F7 is very easy to understand, that is grid line. These vertical and horizontal lines that we can see here on the AutoCAD, these are called grid lines, and to turn it off, just press F7. F8 is ortho toggle. It allows you to create a straight line according to the orientation of your UCS. To illustrate, type PL for polyline, pick any point. If my ortho is off, I can be able to create diagonal lines like this. But once you turn on your ortho by pressing F8, your line will be restricted to your UCS. You can only draw straight line. F9 is grid snap toggle. This allows your crosshair to stop on the intersection of your grid lines, as if it is magnetized on or snapping on the intersection of your grid lines. To illustrate, type PL for polyline, enter. Start point, type 0, 0, 0, so that you will go to the origin point or the 0, 0 origin. Then press F9. You can observe my mouse. It's being magnetized on each intersection of the grid lines. F9 to turn this off. F9 to turn this on. F10 is polar tracking. This allows you to track down the angle according to your polar tracking settings. To illustrate, type PL, enter. Start point, type 0, 0, 0, enter. So you will go to the point of origin. As you can see, as you move your mouse, your line will stop on certain angles. In my case, at every 10 degrees. This is polar tracking. How can I change the settings of your angle? Please note that all our function keys from F1 to F12 has a corresponding icons on the status bar. This is called a status bar. This is a polar tracking. If you right click on this icon, you can see the settings that you can choose from. Let's choose 30, 60, 90, 120. So at every 30 degree, my crosshair will snap. So this is exactly 30 degree. So F10 is polar tracking. F11 is OSNAP tracking. This allows you to create an object with the object snap as reference by creating a path or a tracking line. Also note that it is important that your F3 or OSNAP is on. To illustrate, I'd like to create a circle at the center of this square. Normally, some people will do is to create or to draw a line here on the center and draw your circle on the center point of that line. There is an easier way to do that. Type C for circle, F11 for object snap tracking. Make sure it is on. And press F3, make sure that your F3 is on. Then, go to the center point of this side. Don't pick. There will be a green markings that will be left on that center point. Don't click. Then go to the other side. Go to the center point. Then there will be another markings. Then try to meet at the center of these two OSNAPs. Then, when this green tracking lines appears, click the center. Then create your circle. F12 is dynamic input. Dynamic input is a way of specifying coordinates or dimensions near your cursor instead of on the command line, and you can turn it on or off by pressing F12. To illustrate, type C or circle, enter. As you can see, there is some kind of a text box that will appear here on the circle where you can directly input your value. Let's say type 1, enter. Let's try polyline, PL, enter. As you can see, there are three boxes that will appear here. One for the coordinates, for the angle, and for the dimension. Type 1 or 2 or enter. There you have it, the complete function keys from F1 to F12. As I mentioned earlier, most of the F keys has the same icon in the status bar. When you hover down your pointer on each of the icon, there will be a small boxes that will appear. This is called a tooltip. This will give you a tip or small information on that icon. And as you can see here, there is an icon that corresponds to the F keys. Like this one is F8, this is F12, F9, F7, and so on. If the functions keys doesn't appear here, you can check these three lines here, which is called customization on the last part of the status bar. If you pick here, there are still more functions out here. Thank you very much for watching. If you find this video useful, please do me a favor of clicking the like and subscribe button because it helps me a lot. And also, hit the bell icon so you will be notified every time I upload a new videos. Again, thank you very much. Stay healthy, stay at home, and may God bless us all.